Hi you guys, Molly from Molly's Artistry. I just got off work. It was a long day at the hospital and I'm ready to paint. Does anybody else feel that way when they get off work? I don't know, I do. I come home, I'm like, what do I want to do? Oh, I want to paint, okay. So a couple people had asked for me to talk about my pouring medium and what I use and stuff like that before I start. So I decided that I would layer my cups and talk to you guys while I do it. So let me just figure out how I want my layers to go so today I'm going to be using Artist Loft at Michael's was $2 today. So I got the deep red and the metallic cobalt blue, just like a metallic turquoise to me, and Artist Loft white and black. For my pouring medium, all right, I can't talk at the same time, so let me figure this out. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna arrange my colors in the cup. Either way, I'm gonna have a white, I don't want the red and the white to mix together to make pink. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna start with the white. So in my cups, I have my pouring medium, which is 1,000 milliliters of floetrol and 100 milliliters of liquitex pouring medium, just to keep the colors kind of bright. And I have Creative Inspirations Gloss Polymer Varnish, which is super cheap at Jerry's Artarama. And I do that to give it that gloss shine so that it doesn't lose its color. So the Liquitex pouring medium helps me with the pigmentation, and the gloss kind of shine is from the Creative Inspirations. And then I use GAC 800 just because I do these kind of thick and I don't want them to crack or craze. I don't even know if it really makes a difference, but I've started using it and I love the way my pores are coming out, so I don't want to not use it. Kind of keep going what I've got. I don't put any water in my mix. I find that I like my paints a little bit thicker, especially sometimes I use craft paint, and the craft paint comes out thinner, so I want a thicker pouring medium because I don't want to use the whole bottle of paint if I don't have to. So I use floetrol, I use Liquitex pouring medium, I use GAC 800, and I use the Creative Inspirations Gloss Polymer Varnish. And I do use 500 milliliters of glue. So 1,000 of floetrol, 500 milliliters of glue all, and then 100 of GAC 800, 100 of pouring medium, and then today I was trying on an experiment because I was getting a ton of cells from the floetrol in this mixture. I added maybe about 20 milliliters each extra, and this is the gloss polymer varnish that I use from Creative Inspirations. I used about 20 milliliters extra in each cup to see if I could offset that ratio of floetrol to gloss polymer varnish and see if that maybe allowed me to control my cells a little bit better. So we'll see. I might continue playing around with that. And then after I have my pouring medium, so I make that up. Here, I'll show you. Oh, almost dropped it. I should shut it so it doesn't dry out. I make that up in these big jugs. And I make 3 of them at a time, and that normally lasts me the week, although I've been doing a lot lately. I have 1 jug left. I made this weekend. So I went through 2 jugs, and really once you cost everything out, so I get the Liquitex pouring medium on sale at Michael's, so I had a 50% off coupon, so I just picked some more up today. So that was only $20, and that will last me a long time because I don't put that much in my stuff. The Creative Inspirations, I normally buy in bulk. This big jug is like 20 bucks at Jerry's Artarama, so that's not that much, and that lasts me a long time. The GAC 800 is the most expensive, I feel like, out of for the quantity that you get, And I got that when Jerry's Artarama had a 30% off sale, so that was only 20 bucks. And I mean, I get like, I don't know, I would say, how many milliliters is one of these? So almost 1,000 milliliters in a bottle. So I get like 10 tubs of this. That makes a lot of paintings, guys. It's really not as expensive. I go through more paint than I do the other pouring mediums, really, because I do a 50-50 ratio a lot of times. So a 1-to-1 for the pouring medium. So it's not that bad. And the way that I started, I was, you know, my friends were really generous to begin with, and they bought a lot of my paintings. And so I've just been recycling the money that I make off my paintings to buy more canvases and to buy more stuff. I know some people aren't that lucky, but just get yourself out there, get your name out there. Go to some craft shows, go to some art festivals, see if you can sell your stuff, you know? There's not as much paint in this one. Okay, so this is where I'm at a crossroads here. So what I did for the paint is 50% paint, 50% pouring medium, and then I stirred them to see. I should have showed you that while the thing was full. I don't know if you can see in there. So when I drip this down in there, like, look at it. Like, it sits, this stick sits for, well, not anymore because it's not that, but it sits for a second. It's thicker. This is thicker. And when I pour it into the cup, there's a little mound on the top that the paint makes in the cup. And you want to count how long it takes for that to go away. So I think I'm going to pour a little bit of this on top, actually, before I pour that white back on there. Just a little bit, because I'm going to save some for my next layer, but I just don't want the white to fully touch that red. Create some pink. I really want a bright red in this. So after I mix my paints 50-50, then I did 2 drops of silicone in the black, 4 drops in the aqua, or in the cobalt, sorry, metallic cobalt, and I did 3 drops in the red, just to see what would happen, and nothing in the white. Okay, so back to my final layer here. So when you're doing these, consistency is really, really important. So if you don't get what you like, go back to the drawing board and say, was it too thick or too thin? Were there no cells? It could go either way. You know, it could be that your paint was too thick and, you know, it didn't give enough for the paints to pop through. Or it could be that it was too thin and they all muddied together. So you just got to go back to the drawing board if you don't get it. You know, every person's different. Everybody uses different paints. Everybody's consistency may be a little bit different. People don't use the same pouring medium. So it's a trial and error. It really is. Following somebody's recipe exactly may not get you the same result. So, what was I talking about, guys? I forgot. Oh, so consistency is really important. That's one thing. The use of silicone. So I was using a very thin silicone before, that 3-in-1 silicone. I really don't like the way that turned out. But for these, you know, this technique creates cells because of the movement of the paint through one layer to the next layer. There are artists out there, Melly D is one of them, that creates amazing paintings without using any silicone whatsoever. It's just using gravity and the density of the paint and the consistency. So it seems that those paints are thinned out a lot more. Oh, I'm gonna end up with white at the top. Actually, I'm not gonna put this white in there. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna put the white in there. Nope, not at all. White, you're not going in. I'm not getting some pink there. I don't want pink, and this is almost looks fuchsia as it is, but it's deep red. So I hope that these colors turn out good. I've been dying to do a pour with these colors. I did some last night that were not so great in colors and some that were really pretty. So again, trial and error. Okay. So I'm gonna flip it over. This is a 10 by 20 canvas. How many ounces are these cups? looks like these are 6-ounce cups. So there's 30 mils in a fluid ounce, approximately like 28 or 29. Okay, so 6 times 30, so like 300 ml cup. So I probably got about 200 milliliters in each of these, so 600 for my 10 by 20, maybe like 500 for my 10 by 20. And remember, volume and weight are not the same. So if someone is giving you instruction and they're telling you that they're using weight, then you need to measure them out. It's not the same as using the volume. The percentages for volume may calculate out, but you know, if somebody says I'm using 90 grams of floetrol may not weigh the same as 90 grams of paint, right? The volume may be different. They may weigh the same, but the volume of them may be different. So you can't interchange the two, not regularly. I'm just gonna wait a second. I didn't spray my cups. I got excited and I was talking to you and I forgot. So I hope all the paint comes out. I'm gonna give it an extra second to do so. Another tip is to not be skimpy on the paint. I feel bad at the end of the night because if I don't put my drip pan under there to make skins, then I do have a lot of wasted paint. But if you don't have enough, your cells are gonna get way stretched out. Your painting's gonna get muddy. You wanna have enough paint to cover the canvas, but not enough paint that it will crack when it dries. So you wanna have enough on there to stretch out what you want and then get the rest of it off. It's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it, and there's a lot of experimentation that happens. This canvas is actually sagging quite a bit, and it has nothing underneath it, so I should have wet this canvas. You can always wet your canvas and make it a little bit tighter. The fabric, even though it's gessoed, will constrict once it's dried. But this one's kind of wet. I mean, kind of dipping, kind of droopy, but we'll see how this goes. All right, guys, wish me luck. Here I go. I got some pretty colors at the end here. Even with that freaking addition of the Creative Inspirations Polymer Gloss, I have a bunch of cells already popping up. What I really like, oh gosh, guys, look at that cup. Can you guys see in there? Oh, it's so pretty. What I like is to have just very few cells before I torch, and then when I torch for it to bring the cells up. But again, this floetrol glue mixture, I'm gonna have to keep playing around and maybe get some more of this Creative Inspirations in there. Heck, maybe it's the Creative Inspirations that's causing this. I don't know. When I did my experiment with Creative Inspirations and GAC and liquitex by itself, I didn't have any of these issues. I hardly had any cells even with silicone in there, so. Look at that cup. Can you guys see in there? Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, here's the last one. I don't want to drag up that. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe I just want to have one line like that. And then the rest can go right here. So I'm so excited, guys, tomorrow. So I applied to, and I'm gonna let this sit for a second and talk to you guys. I applied to an art festival in my area called Artigras, which is for, hold on one second. What is this? Is there something I can get this out with? I don't have a toothpick around here. Right on one of my perfectly round cells too. Ugh, messed up that perfectly round cell to get that out of there. Anywho, I was accepted to this art program, Artigras, which is an art festival, 3-day art festival, fine arts festival. And what's really cool about it is they have an emerging artist program that you don't have to pay as much money. and it is, they do little like events with you beforehand so that you can figure out how you want to set up your booth, what you'll need, your banners, your cards, all these questions. You talk to all these artists. So I just thought it was really inspiring and great. So I would encourage you guys to also go see if any of your art festivals have an emerging artist program. Go talk to your art societies that are around. If you guys are really interested and you really want to start selling your pieces and learning more about it, go try to see if you can get any information about that. I'm going to turn my light off and see if I can get rid of that. Can you guys still see my painting? Yeah, kind of. I've got a glare from the window, but I can't help that. It's dark to me, but it looks light up here, so whatever, as long as you guys can see. I'll be blind. This has already started to go crazy. I don't know if you guys can see the cells happening right there, but wow. Crazy. Nothing right here though. Nothing too much. Maybe some little cells. I don't want to go too crazy. I kind of wanted this painting to have some. Okay, I'm gonna go up first. I seem to always go up first to hit my corners. Ooh, I don't wanna kind of swirl it though. I just wanna go over, over, over a little bit that way and over. Wow, that looks really cool. Okay, let me get one of my little tools. Oh my gosh, you guys, the drips off of this are freaking amazing. Let's see what's going on over here on this side. These red drips, this is going to be, I might do another one of these as a rain pour because man, these colors are cool. Wow. Okay, I'm going to try to get a little bit of, I'm going to go to this side first so I can stretch that out, but I want to get a little bit of that off of there. So move the paint back to the center first, then move it across. Ooh, that's stretched out a lot. Ooh, I didn't want that. Maybe I can bring my lines back to the center. Get my paint back up there a little bit, move it over. Okay. Now I'm gonna try to go back down to that corner. Okay, that's not working, so I'm gonna get it up here first. Then bring it down, then bring it back. Over. Then down. Stretch some of that white off of there. I still have a lot of paint on here. It's moving around really fast still. Okay. Kind of want to dip some back over that way. I hope this doesn't crack because I have to, oh, I didn't take my ring off, you guys. Let me wipe my hands because I still feel like I have a lot of paint on there. I may have to make a sister to this one because I literally love these colors together. Find some red. Let me see if I got some red anywhere. Got a little bit of color left in here. I'm just gonna drip that down right there. Kind of want your colors to try to match. Okay, that's all good there. Let me get that corner. Right there. Okay, that's good. Got a big gray splotch up here, so that white and that black mixed to gray. Putting some teal in it right now. You want your sides to at least match a little bit, you know? Wow, you guys, I'm really loving this. I'll show you the picture. Okay, that's a good sign. It's starting to move a little bit less, so that's good. My paint is coming off of there. Oh. Okay, let me flip this around. I just hate that it's so saggy in the middle. That's the only thing. Flip that around and make sure all my sides are covered. See this side except for right there, but that's Aqua, that's okay. Find any red whatsoever right there. Okay. All right, let me turn the light back on so you guys can see it. Oh, just kidding. I ended up turning all the lights off instead. So this white is okay over here. If I went over this way first and I spread these out a little bit far. So you can see that is that canvas sagging in the middle. So I want to try to get this. Can you guys see that? Oh my gosh. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, like, really, guys, really, really pretty. Let me take this down and show you. So glad I decided to do these colors. The red is not like overpowering, and when it mixed with the metallic cobalt, it turned almost like this purplish deep color in there, which I think is really cool. So let me take it down and show you. So it's upside down from where I started, but those are the cells on this side. Those are the cells in the middle. The sides, and those are the cells on this side. So that's the overall look of it. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. And there it is from up above. That's normally a better picture of it. And then I normally post a little bit whenever it's dry. Hi guys. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys got the information at the beginning, and I'll see you soon. Bye.